I mean, that's his
Man,
guy.
NBA YoungBoy. It's Detroit versus everybody, man. Period. You can't get mad. Y'all bust y'all move. It didn't work. You can't get mad. You got to take that shit with a grain of salt. You tried it.
Last vid got removed, but NBA YoungBoy friends are now in the hospital after getting popped by a man because police claim they tried to rob him.
Shit, we got Dogface on the check-in. Dogface said, bro, don't listen to anybody about Ben 10. He's paralyzed from the neck down. What the fuck?
Word going around right now is wild. People are saying NBA YoungBoy might have crews spinning non-stop, applying pressure all night in response to what happened to NBA Ben 10, and things could escalate fast. What really pushed this talk even further is that someone close to him, his own brother, basically backed that energy during a live session. And listen, people heard every single word that came out of his mouth. This wasn't music, not some rehearsed lyrics, not an interview where someone's picking their words carefully because a team is watching over them. This was raw, straight off the phone, no filter at all. No PR, no management stepping in, just him speaking how he felt in that exact moment. You're looking at someone reacting in real time after seeing his brother's close friend get seriously hurt inside a Houston restaurant, and it showed. Nothing polished about it. It felt messy, emotional, and honestly, real. And the internet didn't know how to react, because once you actually slow down and listen, it doesn't sound like random talking. It sounds like someone trying to deal with pain and anger at the same time, and struggling to keep it together. That mix, it hit people differently. Some heard frustration, some heard warning signs, others just heard heartbreak.
Last vid got removed, but NBA YoungBoy friends are now in the hospital after getting popped by a man because police claim they tried to rob him, and he might not even go to jail. Here's the story, keep up. So Ben 10, one of NBA YoungBoy friends, and someone named Ron were trying to snatch the chain off a man inside the establishment called Confessions in Houston. They wrestled him to the ground, took his chain, then that's when the rest of the group proceeded to jump him. Yeah, the man then proceeded to whip out his firearm and start trying to play the game subtract. And police haven't arrested the man. They're calling him the victim because, you know, stand your ground is big in Texas. If anything, once Ben 10 and Ron hit up, Houston Police Department are going to try to arrest them because they're literally labeling this attempted robbery that went wrong for the robbers. Yeah, but I'll keep y'all updated. Any more news come out. I really don't know what's been going on with rappers of lately. Every time we hit the news, somebody getting popped for something or somebody getting robbed. Like it's those between those two things.
But one thing is clear. The streets picked up on every word loud and clear. Now stay locked in because this situation didn't just start and end with that live clip. It goes all the way back to April 8th, inside that Houston restaurant, and everything that followed after. And trust me, this story is way deeper than what blogs are casually throwing out there. Way more layers, way more meaning behind it. To really understand why that live hit so hard, you gotta understand who NBA Ben 10 actually is in this circle. Not what headlines say, not what random posts claim, but who he really is behind the scenes. A lot of blogs try to downplay it, calling him just an associate or someone hanging around in the background, like he's just part of the crowd. That's not how people close to this situation describe it at all. Ben 10, whose real name is Ben Anthony Fields, is a 26-year-old from Baton Rouge. And from what people around them say, he's way more than just someone in the mix. This is family-level connection. Not just business, not just appearances. He was around before everything blew up, before the fame, before the big shows, before everything turned into a spotlight lifestyle. Back when things were still being built from the ground up, he was there. Not watching from the outside, actually part of it. You see him in older content, videos, behind-the-scenes moments. Not because he was placed there, but because he belonged there. That's a big difference. He wasn't added later when success came in. He was already part of the foundation. And here's something that really made people pause after everything happened. An old message from NBA YoungBoy started making rounds again online. Something he said years back, but now it's hitting completely different. He was talking about Ben 10's daughter, saying he hadn't even gotten the chance to really see her yet. And hearing that now, after everything that just went down, it carries way more weight than it did before. He said it straight up. It was weighing heavy on him.
He's by himself. How 8 niggas jumping on 1 niggas and y'all let a nigga take a pistol for y'all and blam y'all dumb ass?
Wait, he took the pistol from them, or I thought he reached for his pistol?
Nah, he ain't had no gun. He took the pistol from the Ben 10 nigga.
No way.
He took their gun. He took their gun from them. That's what the whole rest of the thing was about. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't let the gun. He took the gun from them and shot them with their own goddamn pistol.
What?
That's some gangster shit, eh?
He even mentioned how Ben 10's daughter was out here while her father was still moving through the streets, and if anything ever went wrong, he felt like it was on him to step up and take care of her. Think about that for a second. That's not something you say about somebody you just work with. That's not how you talk about a business link or someone you just collaborate with here and there. That kind of statement, that's deep. That's responsibility. That's loyalty on a whole different level. That's the kind of energy you only have for someone you truly see as family. Not industry family, real life family. The kind where you feel tied to their kids, their future, everything connected to them. And then fast forward to 2025. NBA YoungBoy reportedly gave NBA Ben 10 $250,000 as a gift. Not tied to music, not tied to business, no contracts involved, just a straight up gift. That alone tells you everything you need to know about the relationship. So when news dropped that NBA Ben 10 got seriously injured inside confessions in Houston, this wasn't just another headline about someone on the outside of the circle. This hit the core. This was someone deeply rooted in that whole movement. And people who understand that kind of connection, they immediately knew why the reaction was so intense, so emotional, and honestly, so unfiltered. There was no time to sit back and calculate responses. It was all real-time emotion spilling out. Now here's something a lot of people are overlooking. Ben 10 wasn't just known because of his connection to NBA YoungBoy. He was building something of his own too. His presence online was growing fast. His Instagram, known as MGG10X, crossed over 1 million followers. That's not small. That's real reach, real influence. He had his own clothing line, slime design, pushing his own style and identity.
He previously has said this.
Hey, make this go viral, y'all, because I'm on some real shit right now. Just think, if y'all want the murder rate to go fucking down, why y'all on this make a fucking state for straight grave niggas, straight hitters, and let us just kill each other. Let us just go dumb, you heard me? And if the other ones kill outside of the state lines, the government get to kill them or kill y'all. Like, if the ones won't bang for the rest of our life, let us get a part of the world where we just could bang it. Like, this our life. Like, you can't get mad because we bang. We tired of going to jail for banging. This is some shit we love to do. Well, what I love to do, I love to bang and I'm back on this type of shit. So, like, ain't just too much police involved right now, huh? Like, if niggas find something today, then it's a important person from that side, it's Baton nigga who did it going to the feds. If ain't no late night shit. You feel me? And that's facts, man.
Yeah. I'm just going to say that was I hope he wasn't being serious. Yeah, I hope he wasn't being serious, but I'm not going to lie. Like, if it's a scary time, and I do want to send this warning out. If you're an artist yourself, I want everybody to try to stay safe this summer. I think this summer is about to get hot. I think we're going to hear a lot more killings, a lot more shootings, a lot more shit happen.
On top of that, he was working behind the scenes too, filming, directing, creating content, staying active in multiple lanes. And when it came to music, his track Play With Me connected with a younger crowd. You could hear that Baton Rouge sound in it, that same energy people recognize, but with his own twist added in. His own tone, his own presence, his own way of delivering. That's what made it stand out. He wasn't copying anyone. He was building his own lane while still being part of something bigger. Honestly, he was moving smart, turning real-life authenticity into something structured, content, brand, music, all working together. And he was doing all of that while being a father too. He had 2 sons, True and Ben, who he showed love to constantly online. This wasn't just about fame or image. This was about building something long-term, something his kids could grow into one day. So when you really look at it, the person inside that Houston venue that night wasn't just someone from the crew. This was a creator, a businessman, a father, a family figure, and a key part of a much bigger circle. Now let's talk about that night, because what actually happened goes deeper than the quick headlines people saw. April 8th, 2026, late night in Houston, Texas. Specifically, the Upper Kirby area, one of those spots known for being upscale, busy, full of energy. Restaurants, lounges, people stepping out to enjoy themselves, not expecting any kind of serious situation to follow them there. The place? Confessions, Restaurant, and Lounge. A well-known spot built by Sterling Lewis, known for attracting high-profile guests and maintaining a premium vibe. This isn't the type of place where people expect anything chaotic to unfold. It's known for its atmosphere, its reputation, its crowd. And here's the detail that makes everything even more intense. NB, Ben 10 had been there for hours before anything happened. He even posted on his Instagram story showing himself chilling with OG 33, who is known as NBA YoungBoy's manager and a key figure behind the scenes. Everything looked normal, calm, just another night out. No signs, no warnings, nothing that hinted at what was about to unfold. The caption he posted earlier that night, completely normal. Nothing in it hinted at anything serious. Anyone watching that story around 9 p.m. would have thought it was just another regular night out. No tension, no warning signs, just vibes. But then, around 11:30 p.m., everything shifted fast. According to Houston Police Lieutenant R. Wilkins, investigators started putting the pieces together using surveillance footage and witness accounts. And what they described, it wasn't random at all. There was a suspect already at the location who got into a confrontation with a few people. And from what they could gather, this situation may have started over an attempted chain grab, someone trying to take jewelry. But here's where it gets more serious. It didn't look like a random moment. It looked planned, like the person may have already been watching NBA Ben 10 specifically. The situation escalated quickly. What started as a physical altercation lasted somewhere between 30 seconds to a minute. During that time, the suspect was reportedly taken to the ground. The chains may have come off in the struggle. And then suddenly, everything changed. Out of nowhere, the suspect pulled out a hidden weapon and started firing inside the venue. Not controlled, not aimed at just one person, but into a crowded space with around 20 to 30 people inside. That's when multiple people got hit. 2 individuals were seriously injured. One of them took several hits to the torso, while the other suffered injuries to their arms and lower body. Both were rushed to nearby hospitals in critical condition, and the one who took the worst of it was NBA Ben 10. Out of everyone in that room, he was the one hit the hardest. He was immediately taken out of the venue and rushed for emergency care, fighting to stay alive. But before any official updates could even come out, social media started moving fast, and not in a good way. Within minutes, people online began spreading claims that he had already passed away.
Shit, we got Dogface on the check-in. Dogface said, bro, don't listen to anybody about Ben 10. He's paralyzed from the neck down. What the fuck? He got 2 tubes in his throat. He's handcuffed to the bed. It's confirmed. We got it from a nurse working in the hospital. He can't have visitors except his mom. His sisters got banned from the hospital because they was acting a fool. I wonder how Dogface get this. Yo, Fruit James in the chat. What up?
RIP posts started flooding timelines without any confirmation at all. Instagram, X, TikTok, all moving at the same speed, all pushing unverified information. It created confusion, panic, and a lot of unnecessary chaos. Then something important happened. OG Monique, known as the mother of OG 33 and someone deeply connected within the Never Broke Again circle, stepped in and posted a message that cut through all the noise. She kept it simple and direct. She said, 10 is alert. Stop the made-up stories. That one statement changed everything. No long explanation, no extra details, just clarity. It slowed everything down and gave people something real to hold on to. Fans needed that. The people around him needed that. What it confirmed was huge. NBA, Ben 10 was alive and conscious. But let's be real. Being alert in a hospital after taking multiple serious injuries is not the same as being okay. Not even close. This situation was serious. The kind that can impact someone's life long term. And everyone close to him understood that immediately. And while all of this was still unfolding, while police were still at the scene, while updates were still coming in, Bway went live and spoke his mind. No delay, no holding back. If you go back and listen carefully, every word hits differently. He even said, "Make it go viral." He started talking about how things have changed, how situations like this aren't handled the same way they used to be. He mentioned how increased surveillance and federal attention have changed everything, making it harder for people to move without consequences. He spoke on how what used to be handled quietly now turns into major legal situations because of how systems are set up today. And then he made a statement that really caught people's attention. He said, "I love to bang. I'm back on that type of stuff." That line right there, that's what had everyone reacting. But a lot of people focused only on how it sounded, without really thinking about what he was actually expressing in that moment. What Bway said during that live wasn't random at all. Every part of it connects to something real that's been changing for years. The way situations like this are handled today is completely different from how it used to be. Back then, certain incidents might have stayed local, handled quietly, not spreading far beyond the city. But now, everything gets bigger fast. Federal attention, long investigations, serious legal consequences that can stretch for years. There's also the use of laws like RICO, which can turn situations involving multiple people into massive cases. Something that might have once been treated as isolated can now lead to long-term legal outcomes. So when Bway was speaking, it sounded emotional, but it was also coming from a place that a lot of people in those environments understand. That feeling of being stuck between two worlds.
2 at 5, we're learning more about one of the victims shot during a violent incident inside a popular restaurant in Upper Kirby.
Police say a fight escalated, ending in gunfire and leaving 2 men in critical condition. Let's get right to KPRC2's Rochelle Turner live in the newsroom.
On one side, there's a code people grew up around. And on the other, there's a system that's evolved in a way that makes moving a certain way more risky than before. Within just a couple of days, he was already expressing frustration that didn't feel fake at all. It felt real, built up, and honestly, shared by more people than just him. But then he said something that shifted everything. When he mentioned being back on that type of timing, it instantly changed the tone of the conversation. Because when emotions come out in real time like that, they don't sound controlled. They don't sound polished. They sound raw, and people pick up on that immediately. The clip spread fast. Views climbed quickly, hitting over 100,000 in no time. Comments were going wild, people reacting from all angles. Some were concerned, some were analyzing every word, and others were asking one big question over and over again. What happens next? And that brings everything to the biggest unknown in this whole situation. Who was responsible for what happened that night? According to R. Wilkins, investigators had access to video footage, witness statements, and people cooperating at the scene.
Keith and Lisa, we're learning more about one of the men shot. Family members tell KPRC he is rapper NBA Ben 10. Now, he is affiliated with NBA YoungBoy and the Never Broke Again collective. Now, while police have not officially confirmed his identity, his family says he is alive and recovering in the hospital.
There was confidence that answers would come. But in those first hours and days, no official name was confirmed publicly. Still, that didn't stop things from moving online. At one point, the name Allstar Jr. started circulating across different platforms. Some reports suggested he might have been connected to the situation. But here's the key thing. There were no confirmed charges announced, and nothing officially stated by authorities at that time. And that's where things get tricky. Because online, once a name gets tied to a story this big, it spreads fast. Whether it's confirmed or not, it becomes part of the conversation. That's just how information moves now, faster than facts sometimes. What is known, though, is this. Houston police described the investigation as active. They had strong evidence, multiple accounts, and a clearer picture of what happened. And when you look at how everything unfolded, the timing, the confrontation, who was affected, it didn't feel random. A lot of people watching from the outside started connecting their own dots, trying to make sense of it all. Then you've got that live moment from Bway landing right in the middle of all this tension. No confirmed suspect, a seriously injured victim, a whole group dealing with the impact, and someone speaking openly about how it feels in that moment. But here's something that really stood out to a lot of people. NBA YoungBoy didn't say anything publicly. No posts, no stories, no official statements, nothing. And of course, that had people talking. Some took that silence the wrong way, thinking it meant distance or lack of care. But others saw it differently.
Jay Prince Jr. is the reason why NBA Baton got shot and almost killed earlier today. Jay Prince Jr. been beefing with a local rapper from Detroit about his baby mama. How you beefing with another man about his baby mama? So Jay Prince Jr. been rocking with her, and we all know Jay Prince Jr. is tending about all his. This man pulled up on Trey Songz trying to fight Trey Songz over her. So Jay Prince Jr. been dropping sneak disses, been dropping videos dissing the local rapper with the BM in the car. So they at a spot, the local rapper is also at the spot. Jay Prince Jr. instructed NBA Baton and others to run up on the local rapper to snatch his chain. There's video of Jay Prince Jr. literally got the local rapper in a headlock trying to take his chain while those other dudes is beating him up. The local rapper somehow, some way got a hold of that pistol and got busy.
Because if you look at how NBA YoungBoy has had to move over the past few years, that silence might not mean what people think it does at all. This is someone who's already been through serious legal pressure before. NBA YoungBoy spent a long stretch dealing with federal charges, and ever since getting back into the spotlight, every move has looked calculated for a reason. When you've gone through situations like that, you start understanding something very clearly. Every word matters, not just to fans, but to people watching from a legal standpoint too. Anything said publicly can be taken, flipped, and used in ways most people don't even think about. That's the reality he's had to live with. Now think about everything we already talked about. The bond with NBA Baton, the support, the history, even the reported $250,000 gift. That relationship has never been in question. He's already expressed in the past how much he cares, even saying he'd step in for Baton's family if needed. That kind of statement doesn't just disappear. So when something like this happens, and he stays quiet, people start asking questions. But here's the part a lot of people are missing. Sometimes silence isn't distance. Sometimes it's strategy. Because when you're in a position like NBA YoungBoy, speaking too freely can create problems that go way beyond the moment. So instead, someone else speaks. That's where Bway comes in. That live session, that wasn't random at all. That was someone close stepping up and expressing emotions out loud, while the person most exposed stays protected. That's how a lot of families move in situations like this. One person carries the message so another doesn't have to risk everything. And if you really listen to what was said, it sounds like things NBA YoungBoy might not be able to say publicly himself.
Because it be too much going on with this nigga, bro. And then what I don't like is, like, he always sending somebody else off to get they. Like you put cables, you sit back, call the shots, you put cables in niggas back. Now walking around shot because of you. Ben 10 don't got an issue with this Detroit. All this happening over you. You know what I'm saying? All that's happening over you, folks. Ben 10, none of these NBA niggas know this. Don't got nothing to do with this. It's all your fault. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, bro, this BM. You this BM, you mad at him. You and his BM all on the net, making her lick your arm. Yeah, I swear to God, like he 145 pounds wet. When he did his arm like this and she licked at his arm, I said, oh, this a little ass boy. This little baby ass little boy. That be running around putting all these jumper cables in everybody, got everybody think he got them a John Gotti.
Now take a step back and look at the bigger picture, because this situation isn't just about one incident. It shows exactly where things stand right now in the culture. You've got street history, music, social media, and legal pressure all colliding at the same time. NBA Ben 10 wasn't just someone connected to fame. He was building something real on his own. Over 1 million followers, his own clothing line, music, content creation. He was putting in work across multiple lanes. He was turning his life into something structured, something that could grow. But even with all that, what happened shows something a lot of people already know, but don't always say out loud. You can build, you can elevate, you can change your environment, but certain things don't always stay behind. Sometimes the past, the connections, the history, they follow. And that's the reality a lot of people from similar backgrounds understand deeply. What Bway said on that live, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't polished, but it was honest. That's what raw emotion sounds like. Not organized, not carefully explained, just real. And the reactions coming in after? That tells another story too. A lot of people were saying they hoped things didn't escalate. Others were warning that the energy around this situation felt tense. Some even mentioned how moments like this can affect way more than just the people directly involved. Because when something serious happens in one circle, it sends ripples outward. Artists in similar spaces, in similar cities, they all feel that shift. That's how connected everything is now. Music has always been a place where people express what they're going through songs, through posts, through moments like that live session. It's been part of the culture for a long time. So when something like this happens, it's not just noise. It's people reacting in real time to something serious. And right now, here's what we actually know.
They're beating this guy pretty bad. Got him on the ground and beating him pretty good. Sometime during that part of the fight, our victim, who was originally looked like he was being majorly assaulted by several people and getting his chains ripped off, he presents a pistol. We don't know where he got it from, but he got it. Must have had it in his pants the whole time, but he got it out and started shooting randomly.
NB, Ben 10, 26 years old, someone deeply connected within that circle, and a father of 2, is at the center of all of this. Right now, this situation is still unfolding, and a lot of pieces are still missing. NB, Ben 10, content creator, businessman, and someone deeply rooted in that circle, is currently recovering after being seriously injured inside that Houston restaurant on April 8, 2026. At this point, no official name has been confirmed by law enforcement regarding who was responsible. The investigation is still active, and authorities are continuing to gather information. And while all of this is happening, one thing people haven't stopped talking about is the silence from NBA YoungBoy. No public message, no direct statement, nothing posted online. Instead, it was Bway who stepped forward and spoke openly during that live session. And when he said, "I love to bang, I'm back on that type of stuff," it immediately got people paying attention. Not because it was polished or planned, but because it felt real. Raw emotion, said in the moment, with no filter. And now, everyone is watching closely to see what comes next. The streets are watching. The internet is watching. Media outlets are watching. Even authorities are paying attention to how everything unfolds from here. But through all of this, one thing matters more than anything else. NBA Ben 10 made it through that night alive. He was reported to be alert and conscious, and in a situation this serious, that alone is huge. That's something nobody can overlook. Still, let's be real. Just because he's alive doesn't mean everything is okay, not even close. There are still a lot of unanswered questions. Who was behind it? What really led up to that moment? And what happens moving forward? Those answers haven't been confirmed yet. The investigation is ongoing. The emotions within that circle are still intense. And the energy around this situation, it hasn't settled at all. A lot of people are saying this summer could reveal a lot. And based on how things are right now, that doesn't sound far off. But at the same time, there's something that needs to be said clearly. Moments like this can go in different directions. And decisions made in emotional situations can have long-term effects. There are families involved. There are kids involved. NB, Ben 10 has sons who need their father. That matters more than anything else. And for everyone connected to this situation, staying focused and making smart decisions moving forward is key. Because being here tomorrow, that's real strength. Now, I want to hear from you. After hearing everything, especially that live moment, what did you take from it? What stood out to you the most when you really listened closely? And what do you think happens next for NBA YoungBoy Circle? Drop your thoughts below. Let's talk about it. If you made it this far, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who's been following this situation, and subscribe so you don't miss any updates. And before you leave, tap on the next video you see on your screen right now. There's more content breaking down situations just like this, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next one.